Hi everyone, I am Tezzy. I am the developer of Gravebytes, and in this video, I just mostly want to show off all of the features for the game so far, um, and yeah, really show off the new systems. Since the last update, I've actually got the shop system and an economy system working. But overall, this won't just cover that. I just want to show off all of the features. I don't know if this video will take 5 minutes or it'll take 20 minutes, but however long it takes to just get through all the different systems, show off all the game development so far. Um, and yeah, let's get started. So I have booted up the game here. It is sort of the main starting state that I've been using for all the updates so far. So obviously this won't be the regular starting cafe for the actual game, but it's good for testing. So there are no zombies here currently, so I'm just going to convert a zombie. Like, let's convert this human over here. I can buy it for $1,000. You can see up the top that that has decreased our amount of money, and our zombie is now going to walk into our cafe and start serving some people. Now, because I have some of the debug tools turned on at the moment, I can actually speed up the game, which I might just do quickly to show off how it's working. So now our little zombie here is going to start serving everyone. Um, Now, all of the characters in the game, they're all procedurally generated. At the moment, there is more than, I think, 500,000 combinations. So there's actually only one style of shirt, one style of pants, one style of shoes. There are three styles of hair, but apart from that, all of the characters are just basically that combination varied, as well as a random generation of what colors it's going to use. So this has led to very limited art needing to be done for all the characters, but a wide variety of customers walking into the cafe. Obviously, the great thing about this is it means that everyone that plays the game will have their own unique zombies. It would be almost impossible for two people to have an identical zombie in their cafe, with how many combinations there are of customers. So it's pretty cool. It also lets you do specific styles. Like, say I want to hire, I'm going to slow down the game quickly. I can hire this guy here, this zombie that, this human that's leaving our cafe. I can hire him $1,000. He's now a zombie, and I might have my cafe have all grey shirt zombies or something like that. So it's a pretty cool system, I think. Adds a lot more variety to the game than, I guess, Zombie Cafe, in my opinion. But um, not too sure what the future of the system. Maybe there can also be some um, presets ones as well, like specific characters as well that spawn alongside the procedural characters. But at the moment, this is the main implementation. We also have the front of the cafe. It's not very functional at the moment, but the end goal will be that you can, I guess, put chairs and tables out there. It can be used as like a front area of the cafe. You'll have to unlock all the tiles as well. So at the start, it won't be usable, but you'll be able to spend like the money in game to unlock those areas. Um, in terms of serving, it works very similar to Zombie Cafe. I again can speed up the simulation. You can sort of just see it all running here. Um, and yeah, so I might also now show off now some of the editing. So you can hold down on a object in the scene. This menu pops up and you can start dragging around the object. So you can click the X and it'll put it back where it was. You can also rotate the objects around, and you can also confirm that you want that object to be moved. So you can see that person there just got kicked off the chair because I moved it. Um, that's sort of the main editing functionality. I've also recently added in this sell functionality as well, so I can sell these objects if I would like to. It should, I think all the objects are set to $1, so it doesn't actually increase our total balance up the top, but they are selling and they should be increasing the balance as well. So what else is there to see? So we have all these benches at the moment with all these foods. All of it's actually also getting saved. So any changes I'm doing are also now getting saved to an external server. Now, that external server is actually hosted on my machine, so it's not a public server at the moment. Eventually, that can be deployed onto a cloud server. But for testing purposes, I just have all of the servers running on my own local machine, and it's only accessible from my computer here. But if I restart the game right now, so I relaunch the executable, we can see all of the deletions of the chair and table. The two zombies I've hired are still here, so it's saved and loaded from my server. We can also have a look at how some of the cooking works as well. So if I bring up this cooking menu here by clicking on a stove and then pressing cook, we can see all of the different foods that are in the game at the moment. Actually, a lot of these were drawn up by Tim as well as I. Tim's a good friend of mine, so it was very helpful to have him helping out with a couple of these sprites. I can click on some different ones, can see all of their cooking times, servings, and total earnings. Not at all balanced at the moment. It's just purely for testing, so they all cook in 15 seconds. Pretty much all of them I think I've set to 100 servings, and they sell for $1 each, and it only costs $1 to cook them. I can maybe click on Ratatouille, and let's try cook it. So once I press cook on Ratatouille, we can see this cooking pot appears and this exclamation mark on top of the stove. I can then assign one of my zombies. So I can assign this one here maybe. Just click on my zombie and then on the stove. They then walk over and we can see the countdown is now ticking because I've now assigned a zombie. I think eventually I'll make it that the timer only starts once the zombie actually reaches the stove. But that's a future problem. Now, once the timer finishes, you can then click on your zombie and then click on the stove and it will get delivered over to a bench. Now, I know there's actually a bit of a glitch that happens here. I have it set up at the moment that the food can only be delivered from a stovetop to an empty bench or a bench that already has that food type. And as all of the benches here already have different foods on them that was not the Ratatouille, it just fell into place. But I can actually show off the shop system now quickly as well. So we can see here there are tables, chairs, benches, sinks, and stoves all in the shop at the moment. The rest of the categories are still to come, but they're there and set up and ready to go. So let's actually try this out now. So I can place down a new bench. We saw that we didn't actually have a position to place our Ratatouille on. So let's place down a red bench. I might put it over here. Actually, I don't even want this bench anymore, so I might sell it. And we'll put this bench down. And let's try and recook that Ratatouille now. So I'm going to cook Ratatouille. Let's assign the zombie again. It'll start cooking. Our zombie's going to walk over there. And this time, it should place correctly. Now, obviously, it was a glitch before. I will probably get that sorted out. But we will show off what happens when it doesn't glitch. So this time, there is a free spot for the Ratatouille to be placed. So our zombie's going to go place it over here. And now we have a bench with 100 Ratatouilles on it. So, yeah, that's the overall cooking system. What else is there to show? I think that is a lot of the main functionality. I can place down lots of different items. So I also have these wooden chairs and tables, also drawn up by Tim actually, which was very nice of him. It's another cool style to the game compared to the initial starting tables and chairs that I drew up. I think they look great personally. You can't really change any of the tiles, so it does look a bit sort of weird, this wooden, like you probably would style the walls and tiles to match up with the wooden chairs and tables, but that's a future change to do. But we can see now I've just placed down this chair and table. This person is now sat down here, and if we speed up the game again, they're now getting served and it's treated like any other table and chair. I think that is some of the main features for the moment that I wanted to show off. I've got this new UI up the top. A lot of the UI is not really updating except for the economy, so the stars are purely cosmetic. Eventually they will be linked to whether or not, I guess, like, or how well your cafe is serving people. So if you're serving all the people consistently, no one's unhappy with like the food they're receiving, or I don't really know how that system's going to work yet, but that'll make your stars go up and down. That'll probably then be tied to the spawn rate of the cafe. There is also this menu here that shows I have 2 out of 3. Now, conveniently, I do actually have 2 zombies, but that is meant to show off how many zombies you have compared to how many zombies you are able to have. It is purely cosmetic at the moment. You could hire as many zombies as you want at the moment, and I don't have any systems in place to stop that. The shop button obviously opens the shop like we showed before, and the money we can see is updating if we pay attention to that for a second. I think that is pretty much everything I wanted to show off in this video. I showed off the save system before. We can restart the game again to show that that's still functioning. We should have our wooden chairs and tables just like that. Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna post this video out. If you have any more questions relating to things or things I didn't cover or any questions about anything, let me know. But I've tried to show off pretty much all the systems so far, since all of the previous videos I've posted have mostly been, I guess, showing off a specific feature like movements working now, or selling things are moving, or the stove's working. So I really wanted to show off all the systems interlinked, because now it's reaching the point where the game's almost actually functioning. There is sort of a main game loop. You can play the game, you could sort of progress through the game. Now, there's not really any balancing. It's obviously not going to work having all the benches be $1, all the chairs be $1. But you can sort of progress through the game. If you started with a cafe that maybe only had one chair and one table, you could slowly now progress it up into a bigger cafe. Obviously, there's no expansions yet. That's probably one of the main things I'm going to be focusing on now, after I finish this recording. But that's near the end of my initial first roadmap I've made. I've recently come up with a few ideas for now what needs to be done before an actual public release of the game, which I'm probably going to share after I make this video. But yeah, I think progress has been great so far for less than 2 months of development now. I think I started development of the game on, I think, 23rd of April, so less than 2 months, I think we've come very far. I'm very grateful for all the people in the server. We've now got, I think, 126 people last time I checked. So grateful to have so many people following the game's development. I hope I can bring this game to life and eventually we can have a full release. And hopefully before then we can start having some public testing of the game. So thank you guys. I don't know how long this video came out to. I think 12 minutes looking at my other screen. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any other questions. And yeah, see ya.